We're going to head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason in this one about another guy or two that caller wants to know, should the Browns be interested in?
Hey, how realistic do you think it is that the Browns make a run at Chandler Jones or Harold Landry III now that they weren't tagged and the start of free agency is getting ready to start? Thank you. Just wanted to hear your opinion. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. So after that, Landry did get a 5-year, $87.5 million extension. So they got a deal done with the Titans. So Landry not on the market. Chandler Jones is an intriguing one. We get a lot of questions with him. He fits. The question is, he's 32, so years and dollars.
Yeah, I think in a way would be a little bit of a stopgap, but it's a very, very, very good stopgap. I mean, even in 2021, looking at his numbers, 31 years of age, put up 10 sacks. He had that 10 and a half sacks, excuse me. He had that 5-sack game in week 1. Very productive, very good pass rusher, and just, again, what the Browns could need at that number 2 spot. They don't necessarily need an elite guy opposite Myles Garrett, but they need a guy who's going to be able to get his own, who's going to be able to hold his own, do his job on the other side, and really, make other teams pay for, double or triple teaming Myles Garrett to the situations. We saw how good Jadeveon Clowney was at that role. Chandler Jones, a guy who's a 2-time All-Pro, I think he'd be very good at that as well. Just to have have balance on the defensive line and not allow teams to overload on one side and not fear what you have on the other side.
Yeah, and the flip side of it is it's all going to come down to the market for him. Does he get an offer? Only takes one team to offer him, a what is valued an overvalued contract by the Browns to take him out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tricky thing with free agency. It's not how much you're worth; it's how much any one team is willing to pay. I mean, we've seen, like I said, Jacksonville threw out crazy money for guys like Christian Kirk. And really, just have spent like crazy at the start of free agency. It's a time where, again, the first day is where, the money fest comes around. Everybody's just throwing out millions of dollars like crazy, especially in guaranteed money, big deals. This is, it's the wild spending season. And again, if you're a free agent kind of sitting out there, you're probably hoping one of those teams is willing to pay extra money because they're desperate for whatever reason. They feel like they're running out of options, or they feel like that guy's the missing piece. All it takes is one team to pay $3 million more than anybody else is going to, or $4 million or whatever, to get the guy signed. And, some guys are going to be willing to wait it out, see what other teams have to offer, kind of go through more of a courtship process. Other guys are just going to take the crazy money that's available. That's why free agency is so fascinating. It's unpredictable. And, I mean, it's so hard to hit as well because you never know how a guy's going to perform once he gets a big payday. But the ones that hit, especially if you're a good organization, a team that can supplement with draft picks and build around the stars you sign in free agency, that's when you really kind of hit the jackpot there.